Hi everyone, here I am today to teach you how to play The View from the Afternoon, which is, according to me, Arctic Monkeys' best song, but we don't care. Let's start. This song is divided basically in 6 parts. The first one is something like yep, as you can see, these are just 2 chords. You have basically to take power chords for the whole song, so it's good to know that the power chord is this position. With your first finger you play the 5th fret on the E string. With your middle finger and pinky you press the 7th fret of A and D string. And the position will always be the same for all chords we are going to play. So the first chord you have to play is this. Then you go just down to a string and you go to the 6th and 8th fret like this. For rhythm, just listen to the song. And you repeat this part for 3 times, and at the 4th time you start doing this. And you start with the part 2, which is something like this. Etc, etc. So the chord you have to take are on the 5th fret, like the first one. Then in the same position you slide down to the 3rd fret. In this position you go down to a string. So instead of E, A, D, you do A, D, G. Then you slide up to 2 frets to the 5th and 7th. Then you go back to the first chord, and then you go down to the string again. So with your first finger you play the 7th fret on the A string. With your middle finger and pinky, ring finger and pinky, you play the 9th of D and G. And then you play for 3 times the 3rd chord, this one. So let's see the first part. What about the strumming pattern? We will talk about this later. The second time you have to do this. For twice, so. And then you do. So instead of doing on the 3rd fret, you do 3, 5, 7 with your power chord on A, D and G string. And you do this for once, then you do this for 3 times. So after 3 times you have done that chord, you do again, and then you do again the last chord. So, and that's the end of the part. So I'm going to repeat slowly this part and the strumming pattern. So the first time you do. The second time is the same thing. So the 3rd time you do. And then you do. So for 3 times, then you do again, and you end up with. Okay, now you will see everything in the tabs, and if I have time, I can repeat it slowly at the end of the lesson. What about the strumming pattern? It's really easy to say how to do this, but it's really difficult to do. You have to do 3 strokes for each chord you play. So 1 played and 2 muted. So as you can see, Just improve yourself and will be easy. Then we will go to the chorus, I think that is yeah, you have to play for 4 different times, and the common factor is this. So 3 times on the 5th fret of the E string, then open E string. 3 times on the 2nd fret of E string, and 3 times open D string. So the first time you do, so you slide from the 5th to the 7th of the D string, then 5th fret on the 5th fret on D string, and finally 7th fret on the A string. Then again. This is probably the most difficult part, so you have to play the 7th fret, then do the pull off, so then play again the 7 and slide to the 10th. And then again. And this time you do 3 times the 9th fret on the D string, then once on the 5th fret the D string, and finally the 7th fret the A string, and then 7 and 5th on the G string. Then there's another part which is divided between Alex and the other guy, which I don't remember the name. Jamie, yeah. Alex just does, well, Jamie does, and the effect must be so you have to play this chord. So first 3 strings 5th, first 3 strings 3rd, second 3 strings 3rd, 5th 7, 3rd 7 for twice, and then you will go back to the part 2. So normal strumming, like the time you had to do, and then you go again. And then we will go to the new part, which is part 5, and is like. So the strings are this. On the D string, you do 7, 9, 7, 10, 7, 9, 7 on the G, and 10 on the D, and you repeat this for 4 times. So and after you have done this, we can pass to the part 6, which is yeah, the chords are this one. With your point finger you press all the strings on the 8th fret. With your ring finger and pinky you press the D and G string on the 10th fret. And in this same position you slide to the 5th fret. So and you repeat this for twice. Then we will go again to the chorus, so the exactly as the last one. And when you end up, the song will stop for a while, as you know, and we'll start again the part which is divided between Alex and James. So or just as you want and as you can see by the song. And then we will go again to the part 5, so the for 4 times again, and to the part 6, so and after you have repeated this part for twice, we will go to the first part, so the when you have arrived to this point, you take this chord and you just slide down to 1 fret, so you do drums, 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 and this is the final chord. So the first one is this one, and you just add your middle finger on the 6th fret of the G string. Now let me check out how much time do I have. Yeah, a bit. Yeah, let's see if I can restart everything. So you start with this for 3 times plus, then you will start. This is the part, as you can see, so you have to pay attention to the chords, which are then so just check out the tabs and will be really easy. Sorry, but I had too many chords and I'm not able to control them. Then we will pass to the, and I have explained it good, and it finished up with